Hello everyone, and thank you very much for tuning in. I, of course, am Rotype. Welcome back to Cedar Valley Redux, where we're going to jump right in today where we left off after last episode. One thing I will show you is we have kind of increased our bus usage. I'll go ahead and sort this. I like looking at which ones are the most used. Probably, as you might expect, Waterside Street is the most used bus, probably in large part because it's so long, but also I'd like to think that it's kind of a key connection just along the outside of the city here. And then it is also kind of nice to see that Ralston Avenue is our second most used, well, maybe not immediately, but at the time of sorting, second most used, and then Miller Ave. So let's see, which one is Miller? Probably this one. Yeah, there it is. So Miller Avenue and Ralston Avenue are pretty busy bus lines, which is nice to see. And you can see here, and these have just been climbing the whole time. So we're up to hundreds of people, of passengers. Take a quick look here at the stats. Yeah, 919 per week of citizens. So I consider that a pretty good thing to have people riding the bus. You know, you can't really tell with the cars. I mean, this almost looks not as busy as you might expect it to be. And then you got sections over here where you got all kinds of cars. Let's take a look real close in here. All right, so you got some cars. Where are you people going? Driving to a building that got misnamed. Got a lot of cargo. I mean, this is cargo, that's cargo, delivering goods. So we're going to keep pushing on this public transit, but we're never really going to get rid of the cargo, although all of these guys, these are all personal vehicles that we could get rid of. We got like the scooter parade going on here. I don't know what's up with that, but we're going to push on this a little bit more this episode, but with something a little more interesting than buses. We're going to jump into the metro. Now, in the city, it's going to look pretty boring because, I mean, on occasion, I'll use some of these buildings that have metros underneath. I like them because they blend in with our wall-to-wall style. Let's just take a look. I wonder if I can move that out of the way. So it's a pretty small building, but as I said, it's wall-to-wall, so it kind of matches our theme that we have going on in here. And I've got a couple of those. So let's see, what is this? Corrigan Station, Urban Metro, Urban Subway. I believe that's it, yeah. So then I have, obviously this is the default one, and it's not necessarily bad looking, but if you're trying to be super urban, you got to figure they're going to put a building over it. So that's why I have those other ones. And then I have some of these that have different kind of crosses, different designs to facilitate different lines. I used to have a lot more, but I figured we'll probably make do with what we have. So let's see, where do we want our first station to go? I think I do want it to be one of these urban ones, and I might drop it right in Midtown somewhere. Let's see. We're going to have to bulldoze an office building, an existing office building, but that will have to be okay. Actually, here, because there's kind of a plaza going on, I might just drop that guy right there. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to bulldoze it, and I'm going to drop this one because right here in the middle of the city, I'm probably going to want a line going this way and this way. So that's why I dropped that T section down. Where did it go? I have to remember. Here it is. Okay. So here's the T. Now let's go ahead and plan one of our next stops. So let's see if there's a line going. All right. So we have a line in Midtown. Where are people from Midtown trying to go or come from? I think probably a line this way would be good. And then up into the city suburbs off that way. Maybe another one through Folks Quarter into the harbor, at least as much as possible. And then we'll have our cross, you know, one kind of crossing this way, and then the other ends maybe going out this way. So that's probably what, 1, 2, and then they can be 1, 2 out that way, the other ends. So it looks like we really only have 3, maybe 4 lines we're planning on, but let's just see how it goes once we put it in. So again, I lost where it was. Let's zoom out a little to try and remember. Oh, here it is. I thought, nope. All right, well, it's over here somewhere. Let's go ahead and just plan the next one. So if you're coming up out of Midtown, oh, maybe that was the problem. I was over in Nora. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we're here in Midtown. You probably want to stop in Nora. We don't need to make these stops too far apart. I know the Sims are willing to walk, but sometimes if you're in real cities, the subway stops can seem really close together. So we're gonna go ahead and just why won't it let me do that? What do I bulldoze this first? It still won't let me do that. Why not? Come on now. All right, let's give this a try out away from the city where there's nothing in the way. It's just not gonna let me do this at all. Is there a problem with this building? How about this one? Okay, so it'll let me do that one. How about this one? All right. So there must be a problem with this urban subway. I've tried turning anarchy on and off and it won't let me place it. I wonder if it has to do with the Metro overhaul mod? Nope. All right, well, we're unfortunately just gonna have to ignore that one, which is a shame because I do kind of like how it looks, but we can make do with, do I want the double line? Now, of course, I got myself lost again. There we go. So I was gonna plop it down here in Nora. Here it is, right where this was bulldozed. Do I want the double line? Not really. But my only other option is to have this one, which is a diagonal, which is not exactly what I want. Or just go down to one of these. Well, we're just gonna have to do that, I suppose. It probably will look okay once the city regrows. These zones will regrow. All right, so yeah, it's a shame we can't use this. And really, this is a nice above ground asset, but I'm not sure how frequently I'll want to use it with the 2 tracks. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab our normal station here. So we have a line that has stop here, stop here. So we're thinking this one might be north side / Tolson College and then off to this side, not necessarily over here into Port McCarthy. So next we need a north side stop. And this might actually be a good time to use this diagonal, because if I want to run it, I'd rather have it go diagonal the other direction. Let's see if I can make that happen. Nope. I think it's because I took the zones off of a lot of these buildings. Wait, okay, so I need it to face that way. Are there any roads in here that have, okay, here we go. So maybe it stops here and then it curves this way, and this can facilitate that. So let's see, am I gonna yeah, I'm too close to the police station there, but what if I put it on this corner? Yeah, that'll work. All right, we'll bulldoze these buildings. There we go. And that looks nice. It's in with the wall to wall. This will regrow, and it has the diagonal train line. Excellent. So that is gonna be the end of the line at this point, but eventually we'll kind of carry it across the river like that. So from here, I just need to go grab my tunnel, turn on my information so I can actually see what's going on here. Let's see, so here it is. Now this I will make just a curve. 3329, well, it's underground, you can't really see that much. This will be a nice straight line. Again, pretty short, but not the end of the world. Vaguely realistic, I guess. That's the idea. Let's move this out of the way so I can actually see what's going on. All right, so now we have to go this way into the neighborhood I have yet to name. So maybe we have a line. Let's see. So where do we want this line to go? I think maybe this line goes into Southside and off this way. Yeah, I like that idea. So maybe one stop in here, and maybe we can get away with using the same, not that one, this one, the same asset here. Yeah, all right. So, we were only about a block up. Although, frankly, we might need to add another one here because, well, maybe not. So this is our Midtown stop. Yeah, maybe just one more because there's a convenient one building I can demolish there. Go ahead and do that. And then from here, should probably just start going underground at that point. So bring this tunnel in underground. I mean, more underground to go under the highway. Turn this on again. Here we go. Nice and simple. Connection there. Now from here, You know, I really do feel like I should probably have another station. Just kind of at the end there. There we go. Now, this might be a little tricky. Let's see what we can come up with. Just because I don't want to... Yeah, so if I turn this off... Yeah, I don't want that. Obviously, I have to go under the highway. So there we go, under the highway. Now from here, there's obviously not going to be... There's usually not any crazy kind of stations going on in an industrial zone. But this isn't like... Well, this is heavy industrial. But then back in here, it's kind of just warehouses. So I'm okay with a train stop in the warehouse zone. And soon I might want to come above ground. So maybe it goes under the entire industrial zone and comes up. How do we feel about this? Maybe, well, I'm thinking about how it's going to cross this railroad track, because I do want it to kind of go off this way. Although, you know what, this railroad track's not set in stone because it just kind of dead ends right now anyway. So let's see if I can't put a nice Metro overhaul mod metro station here. And we can turn this into kind of a mini commuter zone. I don't need it to be a crazy commuter zone, but you know, something with a little bit extra parking, maybe some park and ride out here, and then you ride into the city kind of stuff. So let's see. Do I want this on this side? It does have to then go either over or under, somehow deal with this avenue. So maybe we just kind of put it in here. Let's grab our tunnel and see what I can do about this. So if I make it here, but then I do want it to be a straight slope. And at this point, I want it to be kind of down a lot. Let's see how this goes. If I anarchy on, it's a little steep, but I can, oh, actually, that probably did not do a straight slope, I'm gonna bet. Well, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. For some reason, it won't let me bulldoze underground. I believe that's what this button is for. There we go. Okay, now I gotta undo that button. There we go. All right, let's try this again. If I go out this way and down to 25 meters, how does this look now? Yeah, a little steep, but not too bad. So I'll live with that. Now, last chance, I suppose, to put an underground stop in Southside somewhere. Do I want to just stick one in? Maybe like... Yeah, see, especially because I've already detailed this area, I don't know that it really fits anywhere. I mean, kind of among warehouses. If I had maybe a dirtier station, I would, but for now, I think we're just going to go ahead and skip it. People can get off here and come up, and maybe I'll build a little bus route to handle that. But for now, we're just going to go with this. So this has to just kind of, again, it's mostly underground, so I don't really care that much. It connects. Yeah, it's a little wonky on the corners, but you know what? There. Now you can't see it. And we're obviously going to have to do a bunch of detailing over here. And I don't want to get into all of that right now. But the one thing I do want to take care of, or if I can, it's going to let me handle this node. Might have to search for nodes. And let me grab it at all? No, not at all. All right, well, we might have to live with that slope, which, yeah, I mean, if you look at it carefully, it's annoying, but not too torn up about it. Okay, so here's the beginnings of one of our lines, and it'll obviously continue off. So let's just go ahead and start it, though. We'll put a stop here, and then, as I said, it skips south side. It goes to, whoa, sorry about that autosave jumping everywhere. There we go, right through town, and this has to be on this track. And then this track, and here. And then we'll just return journey along, nope. There we go, nope. Come on, there it is. There we go. Great. So now we have a metro line, which is apparently that already has 9 people per week on it. We'll just call this the green line. Green line. There we go. Interesting that it thinks we have 9 citizens per week. It hasn't started. I don't know. Something funny going on there, but we'll move on. Now, I don't think this is going to spawn any trains because I do have the Metro Overhaul mod installed. And I don't have the depot connected. So actually, this might be a decent place for the depot. See how big it is. It's not that big. So I could just sneak this in here. How bad would that be? Maybe turn this area into the Metro Depot, although it has to be kind of an end of the line. I do want the depot to be the end of the line. So this might actually be tricky because I don't think we have any ends of the lines areas built. But we'll have to figure that out later. Before I get into that, though, I want to build the next line. So we already have, let's turn our info back on so we can see, here's the T. And so from here, I want to put another one. Let's see. If there's any case for using one of these, it will be downtown somewhere with the double tracks. So I'm thinking the one goes this way, the other one kind of comes in and crosses. There's really no need for the double. So we'll just go back to these single tracks. Here's the cross. I think one across from the Snowson complex would be a good idea. Let's just put it there. Apparently I have anarchy on because it did not bulldoze the building. Not gonna let me do it. Bulldoze. There we go. All right, so let's turn this back on so I can see what I'm doing a little better. So this comes across now. Maybe there are 2 lines, one that goes this way and then one that crosses. Although there's not much suburb going on because we hit the mountain. You don't really want to cross until down here. So maybe this one comes in slightly differently. So for now, we'll focus on this one going. I do want to cover this area. And it's not being covered very well right now. Maybe we build another cross line there. Yeah, okay, I like that idea. So from here, we're going to just kind of cut right across with the blocks for now. Another one here. Another one, it might be a little too close. We'll go right there. Whoops, I did not want to bulldoze both buildings. Just tuck it in right there. Now this one kind of hug the riverside, and then we'll have another one almost parallel to it that comes in up this way. So from here, this one will kind of come in and probably stop, you know. Well, maybe it goes above ground over here. Let's see. Put this kind of stop in over here somewhere. Let's take our avenue. This is this kind of avenue, and I'm just going to take this out. I don't care how far that far. And we'll put this, yeah, right on the avenue. That's not bad. Might not be enough space to go down underneath, so let's take this there. And let's take this right here. We can do a straight line. And by the end of this here, we just need to be, sure, 10. Let's see what 12 looks like. 12 meters down. It's a little wonky, but that's workable, I think. So we'll grab this and start connecting our lines. So this one is going to go, just make it not completely jank. There we go, connect this like that. Oh, it's a little bit jank. It's fine, it's underground, nobody can see. And then connect all of these up like this. This one connects to there. Now before we build the line, we want the next thing. So we're gonna say that the one that goes off this way comes in and up like right along Crescent Strip to Padelmo Park maybe. So maybe this one is the one that comes up into Bad Nut Station. And yeah, okay. So maybe a stop right in here somewhere. Actually, might be a good place for, do I want a T? There's not really going to be anything crossing that way, is there? Well, can always replace it later. So because this might be a plaza, we'll do, although it doesn't really go with my angle I'm working with, because it needs to come in and turn a lot more. So I almost need it this way. Gonna let me do this? Yeah, that way. What is here? Can I stick one in here and nobody will notice? I'd rather it be on this side. So I might bulldoze all these guys. Dezone this. Let's go to road tool, zoning tool on, transit there. Now this can be a big plaza. I mean, I know we have a big plaza here, but another one. I've been fighting with what to do with this area anyway. So that'll be fine. And again, before I connect the, well, yeah, I'll just connect real quick. I'll just take a moment to do this. I'll do it with the, whatever this tool's called. I don't even remember. Actually, no, I won't, because that overshoots. Where's my 180? There it is. Yep, that's the shape I wanted. And what is it? What is it complaining about? Ah, I see what happened. So we're going to need to bulldoze this. Bulldoze. We will go to this and see if this actually works. I've never... Oh, this has angle too. I never noticed that. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, so far so good. Let's get our tunnel. Turn on information. And if we connect it, how does it do? I believe anarchy is off, so that looks like that's legit. Okay, I like it. Next. A folks quarter stop, probably right in the middle of town would be best. And again, I'm just going to try this, but it's going to let me do it. Let's see. Clear information. Nope, not going to let me do it. Well, darn, that's annoying. But again, I'm always trying to use these other assets just to see. So if the other one kind of comes in down this way and then up Crescent Strip, it's really not going to come in that way. It's going to go off that way. All right, fine. We will maybe use this one. It comes in and connects here. There we go. So let's connect this one up. And do I have the right tool? Yeah, that's fine. So this one just needs to go like this. I like it. And then this one, the end, will go up into what I have designated as power plant, but I'm not sure if that will actually be a power plant or not. But as you can see, we've already got our almost mainline connections. I mean, mainline, I don't know. Main route, I suppose, center artery, whatever you want to call them. We've got them. I'll just line these up with some new, let's see, make sure this is on the right track. There we go. Connect to Bad Nut Station. Hopefully this connection at Bad Nut Station will help a lot. Maybe we'll get some tourists. Although I haven't really placed any buildings that are attracting tourists, but I would imagine they'd come into Bad Nut Station and then want to hop on the rail or the light rail or metro or whatever you're calling this. So it's good to have a station there ready for them. I might need another station here. This is a bit of a stretch. We'll see. This one needs to be changed though. Let's call this the red line because it's going to be red. Good. Now, one more I think right now that I want to do is, like I said, this sort of parallel line that comes up. I want to stop near the baseball stadium and then through West Side. So let's do that one. Now this, again, I'm going to do kind of this above ground stuff outside of the main urban area. And I think I do want this a little bit offset with some kind of tiny roads. And I'll add some parking and who knows what else to make this look a little bit nicer. That'll work. We'll do track. Actually, let me just do the stops first. So looking at this, probably come in and have one near the avenue over here. See, I want it this way on the corner. At this point, we can get away with a, nope, this one. I think right in here somewhere, like this. It'll come in. Oh, no, that was one block too low, I think. We'll bulldoze that and do it maybe. How about here? Yeah, okay. Come in, connect, goes up that way. And we could even do with, well, am I stopping in warehouse district? No, but probably an old industrial district. So we'll go to this one. And probably just put the stop in here. Kind of comes up, connects over. Maybe one more stop. I feel like we should have more transfers. Oh, there is a stop here. Maybe I'll turn this stop into a T, but that's going to take a bit of finagling because I have already drawn the lines, so I'll handle that off camera. But then that comes in through the T and out over here, and this puts us in a great place to just drop one near the stadium, like that. We kind of come in this way. It's not exactly the best angle, but that's fine. And then it runs up, let's see, after the stadium. I don't think I want it on the beach, but maybe up in here somewhere. Again, it's a shame that these kind of mess up our wall-to-wall housing, but what are you gonna do? I might work to clip some things in. This comes in like this. Yeah, and a stop over here near Podemo Park will be good. Let's just put one right. Actually, you can do it right here next to the mini park thing I've got going on. That'll help with the detailing. So that one comes in like this, and again, maybe out in Port McCarthy. I mean, it would really help traffic, but I'm trying to think, you know, realistically, I'll have to do a bit more research on how many big container ports and just harbors in general have a big, or even just a subway connection. Seems a little unusual, but I'll do some more research and see how likely that is. All right, so from here we're going, I'm going to replace this. So I'll do that off camera, but I'll just connect the rest of them here. So this one doesn't need to go too far, or it goes down like that. This one, again, doesn't need to move too far. And then over. And we'll just use the straight tool for this guy. Oh, okay, yep. Need to do some digging. Got 12. That's fine. And then connect this into there. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for this episode. As I said before, I'm actually out of town quite a bit over these next couple weeks, so I'm going to try and do projects that lend themselves to doing some live episodes, so we can still keep these episodes rolling with something a little bit more interesting than just detailed time-lapse work. As always, if you have any thoughts or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will be back next week with another episode, but until then, my name's Menage. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.